to be a parent who can hand over a whip to my kids. Cause as a kid, no one was hand over and shit. Unless you played in the streets, they would hand over a brick. And then you get locked and realize, game over, that's it.
Crack Baby Problems. I got the beats. I was on the internet one day, found the beat chilling up in here with Jace. Jason, his female companion at that time. And shit, I just clicked on the beat and heard it, told Jace, hey look, you know, listen to this or whatever. And I don't know, Crack Baby Problems just came in mind. I already had a list of like song titles and shit. So cut it on, man. I went through my song title list and instantly I saw Crack Baby Problems. And then that beat sound like The Struggle, don't it? So shit, I named it Crack Baby Problems. Started talking from my heart. A crack baby, that shit run through me. Before Pearl gave me life, life was done for me. And give me life was the only thing she's done for me. And I'm supposed to love her anyway. That's fuckery. Like, I don't know if it's like this in every hood and stuff, but like, we just call like, when your mama on crack or drugs, when she's pregnant with you, you're a crack baby. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I said, what did I say? That shit run through me. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, my biological mama was a crackhead or whatever. And my aunties and like just growing up and like, you know, we ain't really fuck with her like that or whatever, cause we ain't know her like that. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever we said something bad about her or something, like your mom, like your auntie or whatever, just be like, that's your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter, that's your mama. Like, we supposed to love her anyway, like even though we didn't know her like that, or just we was hurt by all the shit she had done and all that shit like that. So like, but whenever we said something bad, they'd be like, oh, that's your mama, love her anyway. So like, that's why I said that. When I was in them projects, we barely had something to eat. Thank the Lord for Daisy Man, the fact that she was starving me. I went to school and faced them teachers, knowing that they felt sorry for me, and went back to them project floors and walked around with dirty feet. Yeah, so basically that's like, Daisy May is my grandma, like she raised us and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that's who we called mama growing up until she died or whatever when I was like 12. But you know, she used to make sure that we ate regardless. Like she was real big on like the church and stuff, and she just did whatever she had to do to eat to make sure we ate or whatever. And the second part, what I say, knowing, oh yeah, you know how you go to school, like you broke, like you in the hood, you poor. Like, you know, the school systems be knowing. You know what I'm saying? The school systems be knowing, like, who don't got money, who everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they try to do all, I remember, like, in first, what was it, Head Start or something? Head Start or kindergarten, like, they took me, like, my teachers came and took me on, like, this shopping spree, like, Toys R Us, bought me, like, $100, $200 worth of toys. I thought that was fucking, y'all, I'm telling you, man, y'all don't know what they did for me. Like, that shit was, it was the only time I ate McDonald's till I was like fucking 11. You know what I'm saying? I ate a hash brown at McDonald's and shit. Like, that shit was crazy. But like, you know when them teachers feel sorry for you. Like, when the good teachers feel sorry for you, Christmas come around, they trying to give you shit and like all that shit, bro. You know, man, that's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? When you young, you 11 years old, 10 years old, and you know, you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no good shoes, you ain't got no good clothes. I knew that wouldn't work for me. That's why I help these youngest, because they vision blurred. They don't even see the bullshit coming. Like my brother being locked up because times was hard and got tough. No 12-year-old should have to join the gang to feel he got love. We all we got us. They had to start, but not us. Them niggas made him feel like fam, but he ain't know to not trust. The end result, he got cuffed. Them niggas had some kids. That nigga had some kids. In the bed where it hurt him. He never said it, but he did. My older brother, which I got the album Free Walk, shoot, just growing up how we grew up, he was the oldest of all of us, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, mama was a crackhead and shit, so, you know, being broke, your mama crackhead, like that opened up a lot of opportunities for fuck shit. And basically he had to join the gang young because we didn't have shit. You know, the older niggas, them niggas be 30 years old, come recruiting you, you 12, 13, 14 years old, they cut you to come join these gangs and brainwash you, basically make you feel like they your family or whatever. And then at the end of the day, You die by yourself, you get locked up by yourself. So, you know, that's all I was saying was just basically, you know, it's not worth it. Like, no 12-year-old should have to, no young kids should have to do any of that because they don't feel loved or they don't have shit or whatever. Basically, we need to have better parenting. Now I look inside my kids' eyes and think about my kids' lives. I'm glad to see my kids laugh because I was once that kid crying. I was once that kid lying, smile but inside dying. Shit, you know, I got 4 kids or whatever, and they definitely didn't grow up how I grew up in no manner, and that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? That I don't have to worry about them fighting all the time or getting jumped, and we make it like, me and they mom like make it real easy for them to come to us and talk to us about shit. You know what I'm saying? So that they not putting on an act or they're not killing themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? You keep that shit inside of you and you're a kid. You don't know what to do with all these emotions of what you're going through. You don't know anything about, you don't know how to relate, how to deal with getting bullied. You know, how to deal with peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? Having sex early, getting raped, anything. So we make it like an open door to come talk to us, and you know, I don't have to worry about them secretly crying to themselves or, you know what I mean? They have to come in front of us and put on an act, but really they fucked up inside. I was a little fucked up kid, man. I was a little emotional, fucked up kid. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't have nobody. Like, my brother went to jail when I was young, and you know, he was in and out, but it was like long stints of being in and out. My older sister was my older sister. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have anybody to turn to. Not a soul, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody, so that's basically all I'm saying. Walter tried, so I tried. Daisy died, so I died. My sister cried, so I cried. My cousin ride, so I ride. Shots went off from wide-eyed. Flashes bright in my eyes. Somebody else's mom crying. Somebody else's soul fly. Nobody facing jail time, but still locked up in your mind. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory, you know. I wanted to be like my older brother. You know, Daisy was my grandma who raised us and she passed. You know, my sister, you know, when mama died, like, it kind of split us up. You know, my brother was in jail, my little brother was with my uncle, me and my sister's with my auntie, so it just kind of, I felt like it was okay. Like, I've never been one of the people that felt like it wasn't okay to cry. I grew up with all women, they cried, so I felt like it was okay to cry and shit if you was like fucked up or whatever. And the last part is kind of, I mean, self-explanatory. I mean, shit happens, and you know, you never think about, just in general, when you experience like traumatic shit. Like I say, you know, shots went off from wide-eyed. Like, people talk about when they see bullets or, you know, hear gunshots or whatever, like, but being there in those rough ass moments where you seeing real shots and that flash coming and your eyes are wide and you're nervous, and you know what I'm saying, and just in general, I would think killing someone or shooting someone, you would still, even if you got away with it, like, your mind would still be, you wouldn't stop thinking about it. So you still kind of locked up. Like, you might not be physically locked up, but you know, still locked up in your mind. You know what I'm saying? I hope to be a parent who can hand over a whip to my kid, because as a kid, no one was hand over and shit. Unless you played in the streets, they would hand over a brick. Then you get locked and realize, game over, that's it. It ain't no hope. When your mama doing coke and your daddy not there and your grandma getting old, when you can't afford a jacket, so your winter's getting cold, and to heat the house up, you gotta leave open the stove. I remember being little, and we lived like on North Carolina Avenue or something, and I don't know, it was like an older house or whatever and shit. We used to always have to leave the stove open to goddamn heat the house up. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Like, that's what we had to do. I don't even know if that shit worked. Did it work? I don't think so. I don't think it even worked. But we did it. It used to heat that room up. Niggas used to be by the stove, you know, by the stove with their hands and shit, doing that shit. So, yeah. It was crazy, but it wasn't a choice To live where you can't open doors, to lay where you can't even sleep. It ain't that comfy on the floor, but it's more comfy than the morgue, and that's what we was given. A nigga shot to kill me, his aim bad, so he didn't. And that's a blessing. Gave me a chance to blossom, gave me a chance to grow a bit and try to go to college, gave me a chance to read a book and try to gain some knowledge. I was a crack baby who solved my crack baby problems. Bitch. When you growing up in poverty, or whatever, or you grow up a little less fortunate, or grow up in hoods and your family's in the hood and stuff like that, like, the only place you got is jail or the morgue, you know what I'm saying? So like, we might be complaining that we gotta make pallets and sleep on the floors, you know, 5 kids in one room, you just sleep everywhere or whatever, but like I said, like, it's better than the morgue. But in those moments, you don't think about that. You don't even know that, yeah, you in the hood and stuff, and you little, you poor, whatever, but really your future is dead or jail. Coming out of those areas, you don't know how to get out because the people that got you in there don't know how to get out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, you know, it's more comfy. It's more comfy than the morgue. So, and I feel like I made it out of those situations. So I solved my crack baby problems. Everything in this song is a crack baby problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a hood problem, period. It's a poverty problem, period. You know what I'm saying? But since I was a crack baby, I solved my crack baby problems. You feel me?
I hope to be a parent who can hand over a whip to my kids, cause as a kid no one was hand over and shit. Unless you played in the streets, they would hand over a brick, and then you get locked and realize game over, that's it.